welcome back to my channel. My name is Corina and today I have to share with you 3 DIY beauty treatments. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but 3 of the things that I absolutely love to do, especially prior to starting our debt-free journey, was going to the spa and doing things like getting my nails done. I loved like acrylic nails or gel nails, and I love to get my eyebrows done, and I love to get facials and massages. Those are things that probably will never change about me, but since starting our debt-free journey, I've learned how to do some of these things at home on a budget. And I am so excited to share with you guys exactly what I do to get a little DIY beauty treatment. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright guys, so we're going to start with a facial. The first thing, I just put my hair up and I grab a washcloth as well as 2 cleansers, a clear one and a scrubbing cleanser, as well as a face mask. And I also use my Clarisonic for this as well. So the first thing I do is wet my washcloth in warm water, and I will then put this on my face in order to kind of start to open up my pores. The first thing I'll use is my just simple cleanser, and I rub this on my face and then I use the Clarisonic along with it. So I'll wet the Clarisonic first to get it nice and damp, and then I use it on my face, and I just use the first setting, which has timed sessions for each part of your face. So this makes it really simple, and the Clarisonic is great for just exfoliating and cleansing and just getting the dead skin cells off and kind of allowing your new skin to kind of surface as well. So I love this. I try to use my Clarisonic like 3 times a week. Doesn't always work out, but that is my goal. So after I'm done, I do cleanse the Clarisonic just in warm water and get any of the facial cleanser off of it, and then I cleanse my face as well with the washcloth and remove the cleanser from my face. The next thing I'm going to use is the scrubbing cleanser, which helps again to exfoliate, and I love this. I like to use both of these steps just because I think it's the best kind of cleansing method, and I also always try and clean my neck as well, which that might sound a little weird, but I like to do this, and I've started to notice, well, I've heard that you can start seeing signs of aging on the neck first, so definitely want to make sure we're taking care of that. So then I wash off this cleanser, and I use my washcloth again to kind of open up my pores. So I make sure that it's nice and warm, and then I apply it to my face before I apply my face mask. This mask is an avocado and oatmeal mask. I just bought it from the drugstore for about, I think, $3, and I apply it all over my face, and I got a little in my hair, but I apply it all over my face, and then I let it sit for about 10 minutes or until it's nice and firm, I guess. You don't want it to be like super dry, so definitely don't let it over sit on your face, but you want it to be dry enough. So once it's dry, I use the washcloth again, and I just kind of steam the mask so that it's easy to remove, and I work the washcloth all over my face. So I try and make sure that I get all the cleanser off, but I do usually leave a little bit in some place, so just make sure that you're really careful and that you're covering your face well to make sure it's all gone. The last steps that I use are toner on a little cotton swab here, so I'm just going to add that, and I apply the toner all over my face, and this helps to use in the morning and at night. It helps to get any dirt that your cleanser left. And then I use a moisturizer as well. This is an all-day moisturizing lotion. It has SPF in it, which is excellent, and you want to make sure that you're protecting your skin no matter what the weather is or what you're doing. You want to make sure you're using SPF to protect your face and neck. So that is it for my facial, guys. Next, we're going to move on to grooming our eyebrows. So I use these Veet strips, and they are amazing. I also use a little pair of baby scissors, a spoolie brush, and a big pair of scissors as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to groom my brows first to make sure that the hairs that I need to remove are sticking up. And then I select one strip. Now this box has a lot in here, but I take out one strip and a cleansing pack as well. It's a finishing wipe, it says. And then I cut the strip in half because I'm going to cut it into strips, and I don't need a full large strip for just my eyebrows. So I heat this in between my hands. You want to do this to make sure that you are warming up the wax, because otherwise you won't be able to use it to remove the hair. So this is basically the same job as like a wax bowl does, like a heating bowl. And then I just cut the strip into smaller strips that fit around my eyebrows. And I usually end up with about 4 or 5 strips. So when I'm ready to go, I separate the strips and I begin to use them on my brows. And you want to apply it and rub in the direction of your hair growth. So the same direction that your hair grows is where you're rubbing, and then you pull off in the opposite direction. So you want to kind of create friction by pulling off in the opposite direction of your hair growth. And then I'll just repeat this step all over. I do my eyebrows and my little unibrow area, and I just repeat this as necessary. I'm not gonna lie, this section is usually the hardest for me to do. I'm not sure why, but that is the truth. So I go over it several times typically. As you can see, I use different angles and just kind of attack it from however I can. Then I'm gonna move on to my other eyebrow as well, and my brows usually just take a couple seconds to do. I totally pulled in the wrong direction if you guys couldn't tell. I don't know what I was thinking. So then I went back over that spot again. And this brow is always like a little bit tricky for me. My brows are definitely not twins, they are complete sisters, so they act a little bit different. And then I'll just do the ends as well. So really you just want to cover the entire surface that you are trying to work on. And I would encourage you, if you haven't done this before, if it's the first time, if you're just a beginner at this, take it slow, use smaller strips if you need to, and just take your time, because honestly, you want to be more careful than just carefree with this, because if you take off too much hair, you can end up looking real crazy for a little bit until your hair grows back in, and that's not a good thing. Although I have made my fair share of mistakes, so I know what I'm talking about, guys. So just go nice and slow. So once I'm done waxing, I go ahead and use the little finishing strip to get the residual wax off. And you can do this with several different products. You can use coconut oil, which I like to use as well, but I usually go over it first with this little wipe that is included in the box. You can also use like a gentle toner if you have one. I like to use coconut oil because it's soothing and it helps to like repair the skin also. So it's nice to kind of use it to cleanse the wax off and to soothe your skin. So the next thing I'm doing is just using a little toner just to get it off, and then I am grooming my brows again, and I'm going to go in with my little baby scissors and tweezers as well to continue to groom the brows. So with the scissors, I try and get any like longer hairs that are still intact, and I just trim those off. And then I use my tweezers to get any hairs that are underneath my brow. You don't want to wax the under part of your brow, so I just use tweezers for that part, and just remove a couple little hairs. And these tweezers I got from Target. I love them. They came in like a 2-pack of little teeny tiny tweezers, so it's great. Alright, and I'm just trimming a little bit excess off of my brows again, and we're done with our brows. So let's go on to the final step in our DIY beauty treatments, which is a gel nail mani. So you guys, I use this little cleanser. It's just a gel nail cleanser, and these are the polishes I'm using. And then I use a foundation and a top coat, as well as a nail file and buffer and cotton balls. The most important thing is to use a an LED light. You can get these on Amazon really inexpensively, but you want to make sure that it's a good quality one. And I prefer this style where my whole hand can go into it rather than just like your fingertips going into the little light. So the first thing I'm doing here is just buffing my nails, making sure the surface is smooth and there's like no residual polish or anything on them. And I've been doing this system for over a year now. I got this LED light actually for Christmas, not this last year, but the year before, and I literally have not looked back. It is so simple, and you guys, I used to waste so much money going to the nail salon or trying to do like just manicures. I would have to paint my nails every day. It was just a mess. So this next step after I buff my nails is to cleanse them with the little cleanser and a cotton ball before I start polishing. So I'm just going back and rechecking a couple of my nails here to make sure they're nice and smooth, and I like to keep my nails nice and short as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the foundation polish, which is basically the base coat. And with each layer of polish that you do, you put your nails into the LED light to cure the polish layer, which is why this light is totally vital. So once the foundation is on, I go in with the colors, and I purchase my gel polishes from Sally's Beauty most often. They usually have like a buy one get one free, or at least I wait until they have a sale like that on at least one brand of polish. And so buy one get one free, or coupons and different things like that that you can use to save money on your polishes. And honestly, these last forever. I'm still using the ones that I got over a year ago. And I thought I would share with you guys, I'm also drinking a green smoothie. It's like a tropical smoothie, and it's so good. I've had one like every day for the past 2 weeks. So now I'm just going in and doing a second coat of the color. I usually do 2 coats of my color, and then I do an accent nail as well, usually on my ring finger. And again, with each coat, you want to put your nails under the light. And here I'm just doing the little accent nail with a little glitter on my ring finger. And then that will go back in to cure as well. And then finally I do the top coat, which is the last step for each hand. So I'm doing the top coat now, and my hand will go back under the light as well. And I try to be really meticulous with my top coat just to make sure that it's covered each nail really, really well. So it's just going to cure in the light. And once it's done, then I go ahead and take my cleanser again with a new cotton swab or cotton ball, and I just cleanse off the top layer, which is sticky, so you want to get off the residual kind of gunk. And then I'm going to do my other hand and my thumbs as well. And there we have it. That is my gel mani, and that is everything for. Alright friends, so that is it for my 3 DIY beauty treatments that I do on a nearly weekly basis. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and that it's given you some great ideas and tips to use to enjoy a little bit of pampering on a budget. So now it's your turn. I would love to know, what's your favorite DIY beauty treatment that you do at home? Or what's one thing that you're going to start doing now that you've seen some examples from me? Go ahead and share in a comment below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you've enjoyed the video and to see more videos like this. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Have an amazing day. I will talk to you soon.